that which was from the beginning, which we've heard, which we've seen with our eyes, which we have looked upon, and our hands have handled of the word of life. Word Out, a young people's church of the Men of Issachar Vision Incorporated, brings you God's word. Be blessed as you listen.
1 Peter chapter 3 verses 10 and 11, starting with the New Living Translation. Shall we all read together? It's on the screen. 1, 2, go.
For if you and see from speaking and keep your lips from telling lies.
Verse 11.
Turn away from evil,
and do good. Work hard at living in peace with others.
Lord, we ask that you will send your word into our hearts. Spirit of the living God, remain our help. For we pray in Jesus' name. Please have your seats. Have your seats. Talking about how to have peaceful relationships. You know, this month our theme, our emphasis is living in peace. And last week we started, and remember one thing, when we are looking at practically how do you live in peace, remember we talked about people, alright? We talked about your environment. We talked about what to pay attention on. We talked about your passion. Is that not so? Your passion, your confidence in the promises you have before you. And then what was the last one? We talked about what you esteem. What you esteem. Now, number one on it is people. And that's why it's important to start with this today. More so, today is our relationship service. And what are we talking about? How to have peaceful relationships. To have peaceful relationships, number one, note that in the relationships you have, peace is not automatic. Peace is not automatic in the relationship you have. You have to work at it. If you don't work for it, you will not have it. Number two, peace requires hard work. Requires hard work. The New Living Translation verse 11 there, he said, work hard. Work hard at living in peace with others. You have to work hard. Work hard. Don't ever forget that. You have to work hard at it. So just don't think a relationship with somebody or whatever. A relationship here goes beyond you and your fiancé, you and your husband, you and your wife. It includes you and your children, you and your parents, you and your employer, you and your employee, you and your supervisor, your lecturer, whichever. You are relating with people, yourself and your neighbors. Peace do not happen by chance. People must make conscious efforts to have peace. So when you don't make effort, you will not have peace. If you leave this and say whatever will be, will be. Whatever will be actually happens to be no peace. There will be conflicts. There will be conflict, a lot of conflicts in your relationship if you don't work hard on it. So somebody must take the initiative. And this morning your other person might not be here, but you are here. Now, if you take initiative for the peace in your relationship, there will be peace. You don't need everybody in that relationship to take initiative. Is somebody with me? But if you take initiative, there will be peace. All that is needed is one party. One party out of everybody in that relationship should take the initiative and work towards it. Then there will be peace. So don't think, and my mom is not here, so I want that this person. No. If you get it right, your mom will be at peace with you. Still joking with somebody on Friday evening. And we said, if your husband come and say this, you didn't say anything. He said that, you didn't say anything. After pulling all the front stops to go to pool, and you didn't say anything, he will pick his car keys. He will go out. He will go. It takes two to fight. It takes two to fight. So if you say, my daddy doesn't have understanding, if you have understanding, leave your daddy's misunderstanding alone. You will come to terms. But the problem is, he doesn't have understanding, and you want him to understand by force. And then before you know it, the matter is no longer the matter of understanding, the matter is you are rude. So it becomes something else. But if you can handle it well, that's why my concern is you. I'm not preaching to those who are not here, I'm preaching to you for now. If you want them to hear, you can send them the message. But you are the one. If you take initiative, so you should work hard. Beg somebody beside you. Work hard. Don't leave your relationship to chance. It will not be peaceful. it will not be. You must work hard. You must take the initiative and work hard at it. And why should you work hard at it? So that you can live a long life. You need a peaceful people around you to live long. Number 2, so that you have lasting relationships. Divorce is common. Separation is common. If you go online every day, somebody popular is divorcing. Yes or yes? Somebody popular every day. Somebody popular in the world has filed for divorce. Why? Peace is lost. Relationships don't last when there is no peace. And if marriage is designed to be forever till death do you apart, then work towards peace so that you can last. If you don't work towards peace, that marriage will not last. If you don't work towards peace, your relationship with your employer will not last. Either you pack your bag and go, or he asks you to go. Where are the employers of labor here? Where are the CEOs? Did they come to church? The CEO of tomorrow to raise up your hand. You will be great, oh. You will have staff. You will not only have your business in one location. It will require you flying from airport to airport to access your business spaces. If you have not seen that, me, I have seen it. So if relationship is going to last between an employer and employee, there must be peace. Else, either the employee quits or the employer has the employee. Though you are skillful, you are knowledgeable, you seem valuable, but you can't keep having this. Go your way. Peace will give you lasting relationship. Why then should you walk towards peace again? So that you can have a happy life. So that's in verse 10. So that you can have a happy life. Now, in a relationship, you are not happy. Somebody say, God forbid. You should be happy. But if there is no peace, you won't be happy. Number 4, so that you might have a good life. Good life. How do you have a good life in a relationship? When the relationship delivers what it's supposed to deliver to you. There is a purpose for every relationship. There is a goodness in every relationship. You will only assess the fullness of that goodness if there is peace. Having said all this, how then do I have peace? Because that's our business. How then do I have a peaceful relationship? Number 1, be forthright. Be forthright in every relationship you have. He said, keep your tongue from speaking evil. Keep your lips from telling lies. Be forthright. Don't be deceptive. If you are in a relationship and you are deceptive, there is an explosion waiting to happen. One day you will be found out. One day the truth will come out. One day there will be a discovery and there is going to be an explosion. Be forthright. Speak the truth. Your father is not in Abuja. Don't tell the guy. Your father is in Abuja. What do you have to gain? What do you have to gain? He's not in Abuja. He's not in Abuja. Where is he? Mele feed. Be proud of your heritage. Be proud of your parents. It's a seed. If you are not proud of your parents, your children will soon grow up. How will you feel when you have children who are not proud of you? Be proud. Beg somebody beside you. Be proud of your heritage. There is no need to be lying. You meet somebody and you are now speaking one English through your nose. We will soon find out. If you pretend the brother did not discover you and you get married, he will wake you up on bed. First night in the hotel, he will wake you up. Dear, let's wake up. You will speak your normal English. Deception is not possible in marital relationship. One day the truth will come out. So don't start on the basis of deception. Start, be open. If you know some things are sensitive, don't talk about it, don't raise it. But if questions come about it, say it the way it is. I have to put that caution. It's not the day you meet brother, you start telling the brother everything. One uncle did this to me then. The brother will run. It's not the first day you start opening your mouth. Yes, you should be open, but not from the first day. You start small. Then he asks you a question. If you think it's too sensitive, it's too early to talk about it, you tell him, I will answer you, but not now. I promise you, I will answer you. When are you going to answer me? The next 4 months, I'll give you an answer. Because you want the relationship to go to an extent before you open up at that subject. But don't lie. There is no need to lie. The truth will come out. So he asks you, have you been in a relationship before? You say, no, you'll be my first. Better don't lie. You will be shocked. One day you'll be out together in that fine mall. And that former guy will come. You say, you didn't even pick my call again. Breaking up with you doesn't mean you should not be friends again now. The brother will just be looking at you like this. You see, when you try to cover up some things, they open themselves up where you don't want it to open up. In a manner you are not prepared for it, without defense. So it's better you package the truth yourself. Say, patron, and tell the brother, I'll tell you more. But not now. I'll tell you more. If the person is 60, play a game. You tell me 5 things about you, I tell you 1 thing about me. It's a game. 5 things, I tell you 1. So you now look for one good question to you, serve him back. That you will say, I'll answer you later. And when you answer, I'll give you an answer. But don't lie. Don't be deceptive. Be forthright. Because the day the truth comes out, there's going to be an explosion. And that will be the beginning of distrust. There will be no more trust. You need trust to have peace. If you don't trust somebody, you cannot have a situation with the person. You will always be suspicious. You will always be calculating. This one is saying too now. You have to be forthright. Number 2, forgiveness. Forgiveness. Matthew chapter 18, verse 21. Peter came to Jesus and said, how many times should I forgive my brother? And if Peter asked, will it be 7 times? And Jesus answered in verse 22. He said, 7 times, no. He said, but why don't you try 70 times 7? What's 70 times 7? 4 nights. In a day. Why is forgiveness necessary? Because we are not all the same. The person you are meeting or have a relationship with, whether professional or marital, whatever, you are different people. Even if you are not different, there is no way the person will not offend you. Even you offend yourself. You offend yourself. There are days you get back home and you are telling yourself, you talk too much. You offended yourself. There are days you got late to where you are going to and you are fighting yourself. Why did you wake up late? You are telling yourself, you like sleep too much. You like sleep. I don't know. Mercy, you like sleep. Mercy is telling Mercy, you like sleep. So even you offend yourself. Tell somebody beside you, I know you offend yourself. So if I offend you, I'm a second person. So if you will not be too angry with the first person, don't be too angry with him. Forgiveness. You must be ready to forgive if you want peace. Listen, prepare your mind that people will offend you. You are starting a relationship. You are getting engaged. Where is the brother? You are getting engaged. Be prepared that one of you will not always meet up with time. Pastor Samson, you understand? Pastor Zev, I can't ask you. One person just prepare your mind. Know it will happen. You will talk or you will shout or you will get angry, but later you tell yourself, don't forgive none. One person, see, there will be something somebody will always do that you will not be happy with. You must learn the heart of forgiveness. If you expect it, you won't be taken aback too much. Expect that people will hurt you. Expect that people will offend you. Expect that people will backbite you. So you come to church and say, I'm pulling out of choir. Why? They are talking about me. Tell the person beside you, they will talk about you. If I change it, we will talk about you. And I entered, and everybody went quiet. I noticed they were trying to change the topic. It was the media. What is your problem? If they are talking about it, means you are a celebrity. It is mediocre that people don't talk about. Last 1 week, you know how many times you have mentioned the president's name in your house? In your office. You know how many times you have mentioned his name? And he doesn't even know you. But you kept mentioning his name. As if he came to your house and collected all your money. You kept mentioning his name. So if they are talking about you, rejoice. Be glad. If what they are talking about is not good, forgive them in advance. People are going to offend you. There is no way to walk in this one, people will not offend you. If people you know don't offend you, people you don't know will offend you. No, God was sharing with us. He came to town and he was trying to ask for direction. So he stopped at one popular junction in Ibadan. And he went down, he makes this S-class. He went down and was trying to ask for direction. And people put bread. They put it, they thought they were to buy bread. They put it, you know the way they put it inside the car in his front. And I said, I'm not buying bread. And they said, Kini, you people that you are rich, that's how you be doing yanga. I said, is it because you have car that you are pushing our bread away? Now, you see that now, offense don't come. People you did, they didn't know you. People you don't know, that's already wahala. They are offended and they have annoyed you too. But you are like, is it compulsory to buy bread? People will offend you. But tell yourself you will forgive. That's why I say, how many times will you forgive? You know, sometimes some people, when you forgive them, they will do the same thing again. The same thing you forgive them for, they will, under 10 minutes, they will do the same thing again. But Jesus said 70 times. So if you can do counting to 490, that means you don't have a job in the first place. What he's saying is, forgive as often as is needed. So they keep doing it to keep forgiving. If you don't know how to forgive, don't marry. If you don't know how to forgive, I can assure you, before you get to the hotel, after your reception, you will divorce. You won't even get to the wedding altar. You won't get there. From the aspect of Ashwebi, there will be issues. Was this the color we agree? How come your parents bought another? That's another matter. Forgiving means just overlook it and go your way. And for you to forgive, I go to number 3. You must be ready to forbear. Everybody have assets and liability. The people you are coming relationship with, they have their liabilities. And the closer you get to them, the more you see their liabilities. The more you see their weaknesses. You must be ready to forbear means to carry something. You are ready to carry it, even though it's provoking you. You are ready to endure it, even though it's annoying you. Listen, when you get married, who wants to get married here? When you get married, there are things you are going to see about your husband that we will talk about. It's going to change. But there are some things it will never change. Not that sometimes he doesn't want to change himself, but he's just not changing. You are not going to pack your bag because it's not changing. Thank you. And mind you, there are some things we see in you that will never change. You see, it's easy for you in a relationship to preach change to your partner. Change. For you to change. One of the changes you have to look for, you have to make, is to stop looking for some changes. Accept is your cross. The death do you part. I don't like the way you sleep. Listen. You have married. You have to forbear. We are not saying you like it. That's why it's forbearance. You have to carry it, keep bearing it, keep bearing it. When you bear a load, it's a load you are not to put down. Till death do you part. You keep carrying that load, keep bearing that load. Forbearance. Forbearance will help you to forgive easily. Bear one another's faults. Keep bearing it. Even in church, you keep bearing it. But there are some people, they might be in your unit. You already know some things about them. They keep doing it. What do you say? We can't send you away from the unit. We keep managing you. So you have to manage a relationship. You forbear. Stop complaining. See, there are some complaints you can make at a stage. But after a while, open your eyes. If your complaint is not working after 3-4 years, keep your mouth shut. Learn strategy to cope. Strategy to cope. You must learn it. You don't like your wife's food? Change your taste bud. It's not bad. Just change. You know one way to change your taste bud? Stop eating any other food apart from your wife's food. After 3 years, you will get used to our food. Our food will become the standard. So if you eat another food somewhere, is that food that we have problem? Not your wife's food is the correct one. You train your taste. What are you going to do? You now come and tell pastor, I want to separate. Why? What are you doing? Enter kitchen. I'm going to ask you, how many cookies school have you sent that to? I've sent that to one. How many months did you? 6 months. And where is that one? In Nigeria. Send that to one in Paris. Paris is the best place to cook in the world. So when she comes back from there, if she doesn't know how to cook, we will see after that. There are some things you don't complain. You should realize that you don't need to complain about some things. Just get used to it. Learn coping mechanism. How to cope. My husband doesn't know how to talk. He will talk, it's no problem. When you go out, make sure you see the people before your husband sees them. So you do the talking. So when your husband wants to raise you mean you finish everything? You finish everything? Yeah, let's go back. Instead of going back home and saying, darling, you embarrass us again today. You have said that for the last 4 years. Why are you saying it again? Become the mouthpiece. Moses could not talk. Aaron was the mouthpiece. Who knows if it was for this reason you are in the man's house? Be the mouthpiece. So from home, you plan, you strategize. When we get there, you will greet them. Then I will greet them. Then when they ask the first question, let me answer. No, I'm the head of the family. No, you are the head. No, kings don't talk anyhow. If you go to a palace and the king begins to talk, it's not a correct king. He's a low-class king. Kings don't. They talk to their chief. The chief will talk to you. They will whisper. The chief will talk to you. You need to go out sometimes so you can listen to this. Learn coping mechanism. See, when you start making some complaint, now, doesn't mean you keep quiet about it forever. Once in a while, still raise it. Peradventure, you can see change. Peradventure, you can change once in a while, but you reduce the frequency of your complaints. You reduce the frequency of talking about it. Just gradually start reducing it. But after 6 months, you can raise it again. So you know that it's not that you're not changing. Oh, it's change. That's what I'm talking about it. I'm just a better person. You see, when we are entering a better relationship, just make up your mind to forbear. If you don't know how to forbear, you will have issues. There won't be peace. Number 4, fortitude. Fortitude. Fortitude is strength, courage to move on, to do what you ought to do, despite the pains. I know the person is doing something you don't like. I know maybe your parents, maybe your fiance, they are doing things you don't like. But fortitude is the ability to still behave the way you ought to behave. to still carry out your role the way you ought to carry it. You see, many of you at times, you might be doing forbearance, but you withdraw. Your role in that relationship, you stop it. But you are managing them, you are coping. But you stop your role. No, you need fortitude also. You still need to continue your role. Still doing what you have to do. It takes fortitude. A father who refuses to pay your school fees and tell you to your face, I'm not going to pay your school fees. The natural thing to do is, you see his car too, which I'm not going to wash your car. But still behave normal. Alright? Still behave normal. Do what is it. You need fortitude. You must learn to look that even if the other person will not perform his role well, I will do my own role well. Don't wait for the faithfulness of the other person before you are faithful. Don't wait for the other person. Don't wait for that person to walk towards peace before you walk towards peace. Take your own initiative. You determine if you are peaceful in that relationship or not. It is you that determine it. Your peace is at your discretion. You decide. Don't tell me that your partner is not keeping you at peace. No, you are the one that doesn't want to be at peace. It is you. It's your choice. See, there are some things like that is your choice. Being happy in life is your choice. Hope you know that. Don't come and tell me I'm not happy because of my boss. No. You are only looking for a scapegoat. It is you that do not want to be happy. Don't say you are not happy because of the country. It is you that do not want to be happy. Peace is your initiative. Beg somebody beside you. Peace is your initiative. Be at peace with yourself. If you are not at peace with yourself, you cannot have peaceful relationship. You will only be reacting. Be at peace with yourself. Learn how to be at peace with yourself. And I've talked about being forthright. I've talked about forgiveness. I've talked about forbearance. And I've said to forbear well you need fortitude. You need strength to keep it. Number 5. You must learn to forgo your rights. Why the number of complete relationships is because people know their rights so much and they want to stand on their rights. Relationship is not a place to prove rights. Learn to forgo your rights. You want a peaceful work environment? Stop telling your boss that if I have to do overtime, you have to give me extra allowance. You are not looking for peace. Let him decide that you are using overtime, I will give you the allowance. If he doesn't give you, live at peace, live your normal life. But the day you begin to ask for all those things, demand those things, peace will be going gradually. You will be telling people, that boy, his shoulder is already going high. He's asking me. Maybe it's because he has time that we can ask for overtime. Don't worry. And they will just tell each other, let's begin to look for another replacement. That boy is getting too big for us to handle. You lose peace when you ask for it. Is it not your right to ask for it? You signed 8 to 4. They asked you to stay 6 p.m. If you ask for, is it not your right? But you must learn to be quiet about your right for peace to rule. You don't insist. You don't insist. You are housing your younger brother. And your younger brother eats, leave the plate there for you to pack. Leave the pot, so he doesn't even cook. Eat your food, leave the mattress, leave everything anyhow, doesn't sweep. Sure, you start. You correct. But if you doesn't want to hear correction all the time, keep your mouth shut. Stop saying, I cannot be accommodating you, and forget those rights. That will not be peace. I know some of them know how to report your matter. When they take your matter to the family council, all you will hear is, we learn that you are frustrating your brother in your house. Whatever belongs to you does not belong to your brother. He will not be asking, you cannot answer, you will not be looking. Because he will not tell them what he did. He will only be telling them how you are harassing him. Stop asking for rights. Stop saying, no, it's my name. Listen, let it go. Let it go. Some of you, let me go to that. Forgo your rights. Those who cling to rights will lose peace easily. Don't say, is it me they are talking to like that? Forgo it. You have a right to correct them. You have a right to caution them. You have a right to place embargo. Don't use your right. In fact, that's what is called meekness. Meekness is you not using the powers you have. You pocket it and you let go. You could have done something, but you pocket it, you let go. It's needed in relationships. Do you want peaceful relationship? Forgo your rights. Beg somebody beside you, say, forgo your right. Genesis chapter 26 was a beautiful story. Famine came. Isaac wanted to live, and God said, stay in that land, in Gerar. And the Bible said he stayed in that land, he sowed that land, and he reaped how many folds in 1 year? 100 folds. In that same planting season. And the Bible said he dug the wells of his father. He dug them again. And he had one well. And the Bible said they came to debate with him. They came to argue with him. And the Bible said Jacob. I said Jacob. Isaac. Is that Jacob? Isaac. Isaac left it for them. And he called it Esek. He said for that well, there was arguments. Then he went to another one. And he dug it. And they came again. And they opposed him. The Bible said he left it. He called it Sitna. Listen. It was his father's well. He has all the rights to it. Number 2, it was what that dug it again. When there was no water again in it, they didn't come. They didn't say the ball because it's that they came to fight him on it. He left, he said, sit now. He left it. He went to the third one. That is how to have peace. He was looking for peace. He kept moving. If you are looking for peace, leave your right and move on. Leave your right and move on. You see, this matter of rights, it causes a lot of matter. You see, it's when people are talking about that, they begin to speak big English. Big English. And when you start those big English, arguments will never end. And you must say something in arguments. Don't start arguments. There is this tendency in every woman. Once you start an argument, you want to win the argument. It's not weakness to run away from arguments. It's not weakness to leave your rights. Some people are like, they are cheating you. Don't you know your right? It's not weakness. It's wisdom. Don't start a fight you are not ready to continue. It's wisdom. Just stay away. Just move on. They look at you. People are... Move on. Close chapters on time. Close chapters on time. Don't drag it. Don't drag it. There are times, even though you are not the one that is wrong, just apologize and go. Offer your apology. If apology is what you close the chapter, offer your... You are not wrong, go. The other person is wrong. What do? Apologize and let the matter rest. Some of you don't allow matter to rest. You want to prove you are right. Listen, people who hold on to their rights, they don't have peace. They don't have peace. They are always troubled. They are always troubled. Allow yourself to be cheated. Jesus said, if they slap you on the right, what should you do? Don't do that. Allow yourself to be cheated. Do you want peace? Beg for somebody. Do you want peace? I'm not begging somebody. Do you want peace? Allow yourself to be cheated. I don't take nonsense. I don't take nonsense. Go and check those people who always say I don't take nonsense. They are not at rest. Somebody will leave where he's staying and go several miles to go and settle matter in another place because they don't take nonsense. They will pick their phone and burn credit airtime. Call for 2 hours because they don't take nonsense. Is that wisdom? Is it wisdom? They call you, see, when somebody wants to start fighting you, what do? Excuse them. Ebenezer, we sang one song when we were young. He said, if somebody wants to fight you, tell the person, my fighting clothes is torn. My fighting clothes, the clothes I used to fight, is torn. So I don't have any clothes to fight. Excuse people. Excuse me. But the major challenge we have, especially at this age, is that you want to prove you know your rights. You will not be peaceful. Number 6, let me close. You have peace in relationship by focusing on the fortune in that relationship. There is a fortune in every relationship. There is a treasure in every relationship. Let that be your goal. If you focus on that one, anything that is happening, you will know that there are distractions. You will focus on what you want to gain. There is something you want to gain. Some of you here, after picking your wedding dates, you have extended wedding invitation to people. Some matters came up in your relationship. But you quickly settle it on time. Because, you don't go shame me. When they have already bought cow, you are now raising this man. See, one of the most enjoyable periods in courtship is the last days towards wedding. Both partners will be forgiving themselves easily. Every matter solved. Because there is a goal. Wedding day is here. This is not the time to scatter everything. No. Because you tell yourself, hey, if I continue like this, if this sister just say I'm not doing again, hey, that shame no go finish for my village. So you cooperate. You made that a goal. But there are more goals, more treasure, more fortunes in every relationship beyond wedding dates. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 22. He said, whoever finds a wife finds a good thing. New Living Translation. He said, finds a treasure. Whoever finds a wife has found a treasure. Treasure is a fortune. He said, and that treasure will deliver favor to you. Proverbs chapter 31 verse 23. It talks about the woman who was so hardworking. He said, her husband shall be honored in the council of elders. He shall be respected. He shall be honored. There is honor that it brings to you. That's a treasure on its own. These are just examples. Genesis chapter 2 verse 18. He said, it's not good for a man to be alone. I will make him an helpmate. There is an help that person you are in relationship with is going to offer you. Keep your focus on the help they are going to offer. You will realize that you can overlook every other thing they are doing. Because the person you are going for, who is offering you the help, is not an angel. Even angel has faults. The person who is going to offer you the help is not a perfect person. But if you focus on the help the person is going to render you, you will stop looking at every other thing. You focus on help. The challenge oftentimes is people have lost track of why they got married. You have lost track of why you started the marital relationship in the first, why you got engaged. You have lost track of why you are in that working place. When you lose track of the purpose you are there, every minor thing will get at you. Some of you had difficult supervisors when you are doing your undergraduate project or your postgraduate project. But you are trying to maintain peace. Why are you trying to maintain peace? You kept your eyes on the goal. Even though she's doing some things, you know you're right. Were you fighting for your right? Were you fighting for your right? She came to you and said, Oi, can you help me go and pick my children first? What did you say? Yes, ma'am. No one graduate. You now be saying, I'm a student, not your driver. You see, when you know what you are focusing on, when you have a goal, you won't fight for rights. You will accept to be cheated. You will let this go. But because you often forget why you are there in the first place. But when you know why you are there, if you know why you are in the place you are working, no matter what your boss is doing, you will be taking it. You won't argue. You will cope. You will ask for extra time. In fact, after the extra time, you will be the one that will go and beg him. Sir, is there another thing I can still do for you? Because you know what you wanted. Listen, when people forget why they are in a relationship, that relationship will lose its peace. What keeps us going is why am I here? When you get married, and for those of you that are married, what will keep you going in your marriage is to know why you are married. That's why some people, when they don't have children, because children was their goal for marriage, they start having issues. That was their goal. And don't make children your goal in marriage. You have children, but don't make children your goal in marriage. When funds, money, is your goal, why you marry that guy, the day the guy loses his job, there will be a problem in that house. You're a couple. They look lovely, admirable. Even as a teenager, everybody admired them when they were courting. They got married. The guy was doing well in a big place. After about 2 years, he lost his job. And since then, that home was never the same. It was never the same. At the point I make up my mind, I will never go to that place again. I just told myself, I will never go to the house. If I have to see them, I will see them somewhere else. I will never. You see the man, you know the man is not an happy man. You know he's a man in pain. Why? Because he didn't get it go right. They lost it and well. So when things were not flowing well, the woman was pursuing that and everything. Peace was gone. Because everything she drops, there is a sermon behind it. And which man will be happy to receive a sermon for every gift you collect from the wife? So you rather stay away from the sermon. And then you can't divorce. It's where we say where you need peace, so you can be happy. You can be happy. How do you get this peace? I told you number 6, and note that one very well. Keep your eyes on the ball. Don't lose track of why you are in a relationship. Don't lose track of why you are with that supervisor. Don't lose track. I was doing my project then. My supervisor, we were doing something very novel together. And we got to a place we got stuck. It was a new field. So he said, this one that we got stuck like this. So we called people all over the world, about 4 leading researchers in that new field. And they too said, you two had got to that place. They said their own PhD students are working on how to resolve that problem. So I also look at it and say, Ope, you are doing well. You are doing what other PhDs are doing all over the world. That's what you are doing too. So I said, so we will call me that. So is their stock. You two will stop. We now said that the day you get a solution, let us know. And time was going. So we switched my project. We changed my project. We modified. We changed to another thing. So I can have something to defend and go. And after about 4 months, I have gone in the new line, new project. I have been away for a while, for months. Then she came back. She arrived. Guess when she arrived? She arrived a day to my defense. 2 days to my defense. And I saw her a day to my... I didn't say her the day she came. I saw her a day to my... Defense was Monday. She arrived Saturday. She called me. See me on Sunday. I got to her house on Sunday. Say, Ope, you know what? I got bored in all those conferences. So I brought out my bag. So I saw one of those things we were trying to solve. We couldn't solve that we got stopped. Then I realized that we got it. It was only one mistake we made that we thought we didn't get it. I said, auntie, we got it. He said, yes. She brought it out. She showed me. I said, that's good. He said, so now, this is what I'm going to defend tomorrow. I said, who does that? I said, auntie, it's not possible. He said, that's what we will do. I said, I'm not doing it. He said, that's what we will do. I said, no, ma. Tomorrow. So all I've done for the last 4 months, gone. This one now, I will now do overnight and how can we go finish? He said, okay, that's what you are submitting. I said, auntie, that's what you are submitting. Tomorrow is my defense. She packed all my materials. She packed it. She opened her door. She threw everything and it was raining outside. Even the materials I was trying to use for tomorrow. She packed everything, threw it into the rain. Auntie, follow your books. Auntie, I'm not going anywhere. Right? You're not a stranger. You know how to lock my door. When you are going, lock my door. She entered her bedroom. And there was no light. She took all the lamp. She took everything away. I was there in the sitting room in darkness. And I was looking at my life. Okay, this is the end of your career. This is the end. I was looking. This is the end. I stood in that darkness for over 30 minutes. Stood. Not even sitting down. I have looked at everything from beginning to the end. That is the end. Then I used my phone. Put on the little light. Got a paper somewhere in the sitting room. Got a biro. My biro was also outside. Got everything. Wrote something. I'm very sorry, auntie. And I slipped it under the door of her bedroom. And I left. I locked her door. I packed all my wet materials, my wet things. I packed them. And I went. And I got back to school. I got to my hostel. I slept like any man's business. I slept because there was no defense to do anyway. So I slept. I slept, kept on the bed. People were telling me, so today is your defense in your department. I said, don't worry. I kept sleeping. I kept sleeping. I kept sleeping. Then after a while, I just felt like, oh boy, just go and take your bed. So I went to the bedroom. By the time I came back, I saw the light on my phone on. And I checked the phone. Over 21 missed calls. All from her. Yeah. I called her. I went to the bedroom. I'm not doing it. Sorry. I said, no problem. He said, I just thought about what you said again. Can you meet me at home now? When I got there, I went straight, prostration. He said, no, keep your eyes on the goal. Don't fight for rights. We are looking for trouble when we insist on the rights. Jesus did not cling to all his rights. Are you with me? Though he was the Son of God, he accepted to be treated like a common criminal. If Jesus had wanted to prove his right, we wouldn't be where we are today. Just so that he was afraid that his goal will not be accomplished. Why did he come to the world? Men will not be saved. So he kept his eye on the goal. Beg somebody beside you, keep your eyes on the goal. And that's how to have a peaceful relationship. So to have a peaceful relationship is summarized in one way. Do things for, work hard at doing things for the other people in your relationship. Focus on them, not you. If you focus on yourself, you will lose your peace. Focus on them. Look for everything. Work for their own good. That is why you should be forthright. That's why you should forgive. You should forbear them. That is why you should have fortitude. That's why you should forgo your right. Allow them to have their way. And then, focus on why they are in your life. Focus on why they are in your life. So turn around and ask people around you, why are you in my life? Get an answer. Why are you in my life? Because that's how you keep your peace. Why are you in my life? Why? 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 You're not getting answers? Why are you in my life? Why? Work hard at peace. If you leave things to chance, there will be no peace. Peace is hard work. Peace is hard work. Peace is hard work. I want you to bow down your head, review the relationship in your life. I'm looking at some people and it's occurring to me that there are issues between you and your parents. But if you have peace, you have to work hard at it. Things will go wrong if you are not deliberate. Things will go wrong if you are not deliberate. If you are not deliberate. Are there people, relationships that are going in turmoil? Ask God for strength. Ask God for fortitude. That's what some of you need. Fortitude to still be yourself, despite all they are doing. Fortitude to still be a good employee. Because we will say, this is the way the employer will be, then I should be a bad employee too. No. You don't do an eye for an eye in your place of work. You don't do an eye for an eye. Talk to God. Ask for fortitude. Courage to do what is right. To perform your roles as if all is right. To perform all your roles as if the other party is doing fine. Ask for that courage. Ask for that courage. Ask for that courage. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. In Jesus' name we have prayer.
We hope you've been greatly blessed. That which we have seen and heard, declare we unto you, that you also may have fellowship with us. And truly our fellowship is with the Father and with His Son, Jesus Christ.
Contact and follow us on all our social media handles
at MIV Word House. Stay strong, vigorous, and victorious.